Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south, more specifically Juliet, Georgia. And more specifically than that, I'm in front of the Whistle Stop Cafe. Now, you may have seen this before. This was featured in the 1991 film Fried Green Tomatoes, which is my wife's favorite movie of all time, and I personally would definitely rank it probably easily in the top 10, if not top 5 most iconic Southern movies. A very, very interesting story about two women. The original book was pretty much a love story. The movie is a love story as well, but because of the time, it was made more into a story about friendship. But yes, this was the actual diner used in that film. If you go back and watch the film, this street here was dirt, or I know sometimes when they do movies that take place in the past, they'll actually cover a street in dirt to make it look old-timey. But yeah, this is it. And what makes this even better is there is food in there. They serve fried green tomatoes, and they serve other good food as well. So we're gonna go in and get some lunch. And speaking of my wife makes some really good fried green tomatoes. Ask her about that sometime. She makes it, what's really good is a fried green tomato BLT, some bacon, fried green tomatoes, mayonnaise. Oh my goodness. You know, I think part of my love of the South comes directly from my wife and her amazing cooking as well. But there's some more amazing cooking in here, and we're gonna head inside. Follow me. There we go. Fried green tomatoes served hot. Let's head in. We got a little bit of taxidermy up there, including a jackalope. Now this up here, that is the biggest fish head I've ever seen. Tallulah Gorge, a couple hours from here up in North Georgia. There's the shining booth, and there is the movie poster. It's actually really, really impressive when you look at this screen grab for the movie, just how little this building has changed. You can tell they still have the same little display in front. All the doors are still there. That door in the middle, that's covered up by the chalkboard. You can actually line up the 3 doors there pretty much perfectly. Pretty amazing. Kind of stepping back into a movie. Of course, there's only one true way to start a meal out at the Whistle Stop Cafe, and that is with a steaming hot basket of fried green tomatoes. It smells super good, and I know up north, you know, we don't get fried green tomatoes as much. It's not much of a thing, but it's really interesting. It you know, it does have a tomato taste, more of a tartness to it, but a lot of it is just, it's a more solid base in which you can fry. You can't fry a red tomato because it'll just turn into ketchup in your deep fryer. Here we go. And that is fresh out of the fryer. So good though. The sauce. Some super zesty sauce. It's about perfect. All right, here's my lunch. Got some pulled pork, some broccoli, and this is rutabagas, which I've actually never eaten before. See how hot and steamy that is? It's fogging up my lens. I couldn't help but order the barbecue, because you see in the movie, Ruth's evil ex-husband, who is a wife beater and a Klansman, he comes here to stalk Ruth and try to bring her back, and it is heavily implied that the heroes of the movie murder him and serve him as barbecue at the restaurant. So, along with this and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre gas station, I've been to 2 separate locations where I've eaten barbecue from movies where the barbecue was people. They say the secret's in the sauce, so let's try this. It's nice, tangy sauce. Very good. Look at this rutabaga I tried. I'm really fascinated. It's something I've never ever eaten. I like that. Kind of a yummy root vegetable taste. Let's see. Almost like, yeah, kind of like cauliflower too. It's tasty. I love rutabaga. Just wanted to do some comparative shots here. You can look up and see kind of the streets here. It's paved here, but in the movie it's kind of a muddy mess. Over in the corner here you can see this building. Oh, this building. That is right there. Yeah, right there you get a pretty clear shot of the exterior of the cafe. And there it is in real life. Now in the movie, this building right here was used as the train station, but it actually had to be moved away from the train station because I guess that was property of the railroads. They forced them to move it away from the train and put it over here, but they decided to keep it intact. Here's the courthouse and sheriff's office. Not a massive building, really. Let's see what we have in here. Just some desks where some police officers can do some paperwork. So while that is the sheriff's department, this right here is the police department. I guess they operate out of an outhouse. Let me see if there's anything creepy in there. Nothing too bad. It's the Opry House. Can't notice, but there is a skull peeking out of that window. A lot of these buildings are little shops now that kind of cater to fans of the movie. That big green tomato right there. And they sell Mexican Coke. And you can tell that it's Mexican Coke because it's wearing a sombrero. Yes, the train still goes by here at the Whistle Stop. This right here was actually used in the movie. This was the barbecue pit back behind the diner, and as you can see in that picture right there, and it was implied that they cooked Ruth's abusive ex-husband right here on this barbecue pit. And apparently here's his grave. It says, "Here lies Frank Bennett of Valdosta. The secret's in the sauce." It says right here, this is the home of Smokey Lonesome, who was the lovable alcoholic drifter in the film. Here's the Opryland stage. Looked like a little bit of a shout out to the old show Hee Haw, which my father-in-law still enjoys to this day. This shop here says that it was Ruth and Iggy's place, although I'm not 100% sure if this building was used in the film. Probably in the film. I don't know if it was prominently featured though. It's the old bank, although I don't believe it is currently a bank. It is instead a gift shop themed around fried green tomatoes. This big factory right here, there is a clear shot of it in the movie, like kind of a mood setting shot, but I don't know exactly what it portrays in the movie. Now, it's not common that you can find an area where you can just walk around in an old movie set with this much accessibility. So very, very cool to be able to step into the movie and even partake in some movie cuisine. This place is actually top-notch food. That was some really good barbecue. The fried green tomatoes were definitely on point. I would definitely recommend this. It's a little bit off the beaten path. You kind of have to head out in the middle of nowhere. There's like some nuclear power plants that you drive past before you get here. But it's definitely worth your time, especially if you are a fan of this movie. You need to stop here. And if you're not a fan of the movie, watch it again. It's really Really an absolute classic. So I appreciate you guys joining me here at the Fried Green Tomatoes movie locations, the Whistle Stop Cafe. If you'd like to see other movie related places I've been to, as well as other roadside attractions, museums, amusement parks, and other fun things, check down in the description. I have an interactive map that'll show you where I've been, and you can tell me where I should go next. If you want to contribute to the channel, consider buying a t-shirt. That information's down in the description as well. If you would like to contribute on Patreon, I'd be happy to send you postcards with a donation of $3 or more. But for now, this one's in the bag.